week is here with us. Ekosiisen is live and airborne on Asempa 94.7 FM. It's a Monday afternoon, the 26th day of April 2021. Yada munyana se Emma Makwaba. Me need your say bonsu from Yobi. Yet nasa say at 6:30 p.m. and a jumedie eba area. For the next 4 hours, 30 minutes. Be our guest on Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, current affairs talk show, Ekosiisen Live on Asempa FM. And he said, and then the day, the Kaya would do a video no atoha. A higher 94.7. All talk all day. And our show is on a number of affiliate radio stations from Tamale to BBNE. Yajibebia. And that's why we are number one. And we thank you so much for making us number one. And for the next 4 hours, 30 minutes, no, and we have our eyes fixed on all the major issues in our country. Shannon Song, last Friday, was it Friday? Yes, last Friday. They will go through the list of potential candidates, as it were, for various national executive positions in the NDC. And you catch them last week Friday said, and your analysis and I Debbie. A names are yet for the various positions from chairmanship to the last position in the functional executive committee of the party. And we told you, say, a list are a bit may change because they're tentative. It can change depending on how things would shape up into names. And then we have some update for you into Monshan and so on. Not just the NDC, but also the NPP. Some very interesting names are beginning to drop, especially for the chairmanship position, for the national organizer position, for general secretary position, for national youth organizer, the Edikan Abobi Swatch Dada. In the end, we'll go over it for you. Into Monshan and so on, the two major political parties, Yebedisa and Common. Here we are. Our conversation on illegal mining. And as we speak, the minister in charge of the sector, land and natural resources, is in the western region. Now, Wadika Kohoda and all science so Akobio, all in a bid to help deal with illegal mining. In the end, Yebeshana Yasaya Komo would want to get a bit more into that conversation. Now, to help us do that, no, a former member of the board of the Minerals Commission, and I know one say MP, El Manson Kwanta constituency, Prof. Kwam, and Abibrena Edi Efreno, somebody who is very well vexed in mining issues. You don't better ask any ideas kaka on what we can do to get out of this situation, because and some exclusive pictures be from some part of Ghana, illegal mining Ekosiisen, and these are pictures as a you would have no option than to join this campaign. And he would show you those pictures and so when Prof. Kwam joins us in studio. Now for you to me more extensively. Last week, Wednesday, so am I here until the breaking news by say the choice of special prosecutor now has been made. Of course, we told you say on top of that list, no, now a lawyer Kisie Jaben. And also the Daily Graphic newspaper and some news portals and the Dinyaba app say or no an attorney general abonidin to the president. And he would get you some more exclusives, you know, on that particular story. Very, very important. The Munchain na emphasize details ni na emremo. And now what we so me kobo pro e Takrade kakra. We've got some stories for you from Takrade. Yebeko Tamale so there were some stories. We have a really packed show as we begin yet another week. Mayena Boafo no ase sounds of our time at the Herbal Center ne boy me the brew. Mo the Mona soap and a Mona cream abedja so ye wo Momo milk and a Yara Ghana. M'Ahiasem segment so Ecobank Ghana, Sasem Pharmaceuticals, a weight purified drinking water and a Rockstars roofing systems and a boy. Ye interviews are here on this show, including our one-on-one interview, no, and also having insecticide spray and coil and Napa Food, HEPA Plus mixture, Consolidated Bank of Ghana. We stand with you and a Mutlu battery, quality forever. Your discussion segment, so a Franco Trading Enterprise, phone Papa Pafie, TCL, the Creative Life, Dependable Herbal, Omodi Adomalaki Abejaso, and a Global Lighting Center Limited in Kanea Pafie. and we on Facebook. Just search for Asempa 94.7 FM on Facebook and post your comments there. Or Twitter, and so you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram and then on YouTube. And let's stay interactive. Your WhatsApp line in the 0548 955 947 0548 955 947. Now, in the only so say Rotary Club etonsa efre say Sam Jonah amokoko deliver speech and ne speech no na I engage amount for attention on social media. It's been the subject of a huge debate on social media. But of course, as we do mostly our yemen, obi ekasewia yenhwe speech no holistically. Do be share obi apeke an area of interest. Now Wahama and we should be a generative debate by the point to make here about the return of the culture of silence. Of course, amount for express your opinions, won't be brainer. But in that same speech, or brun sembisu amini or mind atna aka, and that is what we would want to focus on. Now, or more a debate culture of silence, they can have that debate. But I would want to focus on the other very salient point in that speech. The FA illegal mining and how the FA indiscipline in our society, the FA educational reforms, the FA the role of the church, the civil society, Sanyaman the person you're focusing on. And they would be serializing that particular speech. Now yafa except kakra na ya share timi di ho nkomo e o M'Ahiasem. So man hene kwabna asante atena se. Ma men kai wo se medin di osai bonsu. Wo frem ye obi a meje so. Your production team all set and ready to go. Dominic Isiaboa, Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Tiamoa, and we thank God for bringing him back. And Yamia Dominic Huaton, Wabaka Ewaha, Eric Oparibi, Befendo DJ Ayo, and a Queen Star at Japan. Omana Kwaba.
Well, Osebunsu, Majo Suna, Mamindi came for Chopper Jackson. We work as a team.
Yeah.
Inti semementia na so ntimenka or send him a message.
Yeah.
It will call or insist so per se be obefi se mufidia. Surprisingly, escape me. And I'm surprised because Dominic catch him say on tiapo. Unze oya kwadanso adibia do peso usua dia kokanya mieni. Inti na I know say one of the usual exams in 7 bia. Wakotem. I didn't know say na inti mesro. Facheme Jackson. It's always good to admit it doesn't bother.
It doesn't hurt.
Whether we are you and I say, would you two from so no one repeat here? A boy yipa, I'm a busiani bit me kokama. T. What idea? Indian watching na my panicho, ye danyamiasi say ordinary by a humanity.
And easy.
A humanity sometimes, no, relax, No, be 11, 12 midnight. Yes, a human heading. What's our combining?
Man, pressure.
What's our they say, man, made me dinner time in a cry. Who dinner time? So I didn't show. I don't know. Say foundation of Obia are bringing a key. So who and then Kwadani BTC Jackson more almost through with their masters. Now Becky can the any because of regiment. One we are responsible for the but foundation continues to be key.
So the foundation.
Of course, Pentecost are suffer. The parents, that's the number foundation continues to be key. Yes, very, very important. So for no more koya pepe. Now for the problems.
It's true.
And to when you know, on also yen and any peshe.
It's true.
It had been a medium dance. Inti onyamenka no hona nim die sonko a ope no ontimi emfa domino me hu se menu aba na no be na otwi mienu ni me busasa na wamba eno na wo ha na
ye hu na che
ba me ba
no so we hia sementi
me ba no so but me da nyame ase infa me gina chief ban ni anemu me ni chief ban ni nyina ye be da nyame ase onyame ni nim de oye so onyame asem na mpuka se ebre bi ba ebre na ani say we are seeing answer for no be fa ye Jimmy for bisi no so atiase
found the wise
wa more money ewu so atiase enti wo mo koso kase bi penti bi free Nazareth man bi pasha si free Nazareth badada and enra
benra me follow mo face
minya anibie sonko say Kristo akwantu ni nyina no ekukura hwe ase ni nyina no you still need to hold on to Jesus enti addition pie film ba ne say so obeso hold on nko ade a A quino, open say simple, a very simple. Open say delicate is a very delicate amount. But in the resolve, they say, we should develop the attitude of no matter what. That's true. A first speaker of mine in second speaker, Chief Binding. In fact, Chief Binding, he said a daddy prefer say of friend at Toronto.
Oh, okay.
No Yamibe concept for baby, I'm a pewnyam sumi evangelism. Because the Nipa ye wa brabo no. Say Yentimi and Kodia dance yan nipa say. Near Shetibia we Yamibi na a free sati be any. Near Shenkuntumpum, near Shenadem, Yoma and Sem Fata. A brebia, the Miniokumo, a boy, my born 3 times. If I know as December, come and say, make I radio go say any black was the cobo. If I'm Kawacho, Tam says me, maybe no Sakota, no. Me tam back, I've a black was born a bar. I didn't left me keeper. Nam left, you know. No, I told me, I'm right. I may have cheese should cry poor. There was some to me, you know, but you meet me in here. Yeah, meet me in here. And the Obia anyone who near dance here. Yeah. Obia wa dance here. It's here that's of pension, that's of in Nasi. And the more pictures of the event, Enra, a rolling on the screen. Yeah, the Apostle Salasia died. In fact, to be given that platform, no, a altar, Unyamia being phone and dear phone in Dinaso. And it's a Okunyasa Quenyana. Not as also Unyamia Mobono a Koswa Ekesi also. Yet the Nipan by some of the surprises, no, it was so much. And I'm saying, say I can see a tear, sorry. I'm over to see young say I'm passing. And Daubia, Lovina, ADB, Jackalolomi, Nanafianco, all the guys on by. It was awesome. Chief Binding, but I saw him in a different level. Chief Binding. Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. And Adansia Odi, you know, a very reflective in his lifestyle. Me cry as an elder, no. My ye JJ Mama Chief, Abaye overtaken. And you know, a 17 years. Enough encouragement. And me kotia to say, Christosum is not about the number of years that you spent. Of course. It's about how you avail the availability of yourself. Yeah. Ama only nyamia na muntu na time di mo awie peyo. Timi fa sa kwanya we so enkai obia say once you have God bibia ni hwa akachi. Ko dako eni fiapem. Enfiapem no nko so sa eni dako. Enti na otimi kan say bibia onyame yo na nothing, absolutely nothing. Enti emo obemumu no matter the situation you find yourself in. Uni ejuma ojuma ebasa o dem nyoma etutu ne nsem fata ni nyina just lean on and hold on to Christ. And it is the journey of holding on to Christ is not an easy journey, but unya all the attributes. Hebrews 11:6 say gidie ni ma obi ntimi nso erade ni. The bottom line is gidie, faith. Now the ayenukredi any odo aimuda ho aka agape love no unconditional love no, then you're on course. Obasori from but wa hwiase no nkyere se wakawa onyame de akodu sam pempes oman hene kwabra sa and I ten nka no fantastic nti oman yedase papa Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 FM. But before you proceed, one of the things that we are Jibre, and I'm happy no less a person as say Jonah. Jonah, yes. Yaka for more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. In fact, last week we were on it. We can empower our own people without creating seasonal local entrepreneurs through political patronage, or create loot and share schemes disguised as investment. Tribal and ethnocentric considerations, family affiliations, and friendships must not be the defining routes to gain business opportunities. Of course. Of course, like I say, that speech was loaded. Unfortunately, Oshe, just a fraction of the speech. And I generated a debate, the part about culture of silence. But I think there are some very salient points in that speech. I will say, three about funnel, one by one. Of course, a lot of those issues now are issues we know already. But so a bit so also then I know a boy my message we'll take time and serialize that speech. No, I've just gotten
a letter from the Office of the Attorney General.
Yeah.
And let's probably commend ourselves. Because last week, Wednesday, right? And all the breaking news by say or no and impenyefo are settle on. And I believe this
Ukraine said Kutompa rejected it.
Okay.
IQ2 rejected it.
Oh, okay.
That's my source. If it's correct, they reject, and other people. So
it.
Clearly,
it had to fall on him.
It had to fall on him.
In a way, a letter from the Attorney General to the Office of the President. It's dated 16th April. In the natural 10 days from 10 days ago. And AG actual letter with Your Excellency, Risk Special Prosecutor, nomination of Kisie Jabin. Respectfully, as you would recall, Mr. Martin Alamisi Benz Kaiser Amidu resigned his position as Special Prosecutor on 16th November 2020. By a letter dated 17th November 2020, the Honorable Chief of Staff, Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem, communicated Your Excellency's acceptance of the resignation of Martin Alamisi Benz Kaiser Amidu as Special Prosecutor. Section 13.8 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 959 requires the President to appoint a person qualified for appointment as Special Prosecutor to that position within 6 months of the Office of the Special Prosecutor becoming vacant. In accordance with Section 13.3 of Act 959, I hereby nominate Kisie Ajabin Esquire for appointment for the position of Special Prosecutor, subject to the approval of majority of all members of Parliament. In the TO, subject to the approval of majority of all members of Parliament. Kisie Ajabin was called to the Ghana Bar in October 2003 and holds a Bachelor of Laws LLB degree from the University of Ghana, as well as Master of Laws LLM degrees from Schoolage School of Law. I hope I got the name right, because it's spelled SCHULICH.
There was a schooling there. So
in the Schoolage School of Law, University. Dalhousie University.
Say Dalhousie, say Dalhousie. You still have it. So you're
University. Canada. And Cornell. Cornell.
Yeah, Cornell. Yeah.
And the kissing on your tough.
A young guy, number.
Hey.
He's a young guy.
Yeah. So he was called to the bar in 2003, did relatively and shared and check. No, about Cornell, they were tough. Hey. Cornell Law School, USA. He has since 2006 been teaching criminal law at the University of Ghana, whilst also engaged in private law practice. I'm satisfied that Kisie Ajabin possesses the requisite expertise on corruption and corruption-related matters, is of high moral character and proven integrity, and satisfies all the other requirements stipulated in Section 13.1 and 2 of Act 959. Attached herewith is the curriculum vitae of Kisie Ajabin Esquire. Please accept the assurances of my highest esteem. Yours faithfully, signed, Godfred Yeboah Dame, Attorney General and Minister for Justice. In the confirmation there, Sir Ejino, and nominated Kisie Ajabin Esquire. And the law firm, God, no kind of law firm, I think Cromwell, yes. Cromwell Gray.
That's been a share.
These are more partners. Yeah. The most law firms in the partners.
Yeah, no more partners. Cromwell Gray. And that's him, Kisie Ajabin Esquire. And because the Special Prosecutors Act, Attorney General, and the clients want to be nominated.
Go for them in a trouble for be
go for them in bro for
anytime you want to talk about the Attorney General, add when Chini this year.
Yeah.
Go for Dame, Ghana's Attorney General. It's very important. When Chini this year, Ghana's Attorney General, Godfred Dame.
Yeboah sign candidate.
Exactly.
And now there is confirmation to story I would hear about last week. Kisie Ajabin is now the nominee for Special Prosecutor. Hopefully the President would approve of his nomination, not Aka Parliament. And so.
Okay.
But the Act says a majority of MPs would have to approve.
Majority of MPs?
Majority of MPs. Majority of MPs would
the
have
letter
to.
is straight to the point, or qualify Manebroso.
Yeah.
And of high standing when it comes to the requirements of Obi Obetina
Special Prosecutor.
always my issue has been that Obia was abodina obetim dia tena konwa bia so no. Yema was akwanya no. Na tena so. Dia na eyeme ya ne se yebeye we nyina be wie no. Tumi a yedi ama nipa no so mfa ni dwuma no. Na ya nkasa ya sai akoye osi akwan eni ntwintwa na mu. Na afia adwuma potin a esese nipa no oye no. Na akoye din kese pa e de ama no. Oman mu ha Mufan chemi bibrewie, mufan chemi, but that is almost 99.5% the truth. I think yeah, it is a otiko koso utufo. Onunkwa ane kasema.
For the year,
the year juma. We say obedi 22 or whatever years.
Just
your trophy himfie. Odi me say obi
for NNT.
Your trophy himfie. Within the next that crata no ko ken radio stations na EM foko yi aso trike no KM foko me so de kohwese nana na kan
e why you say sie no
and sometimes I wish that nana will come back with that power
and who name the roots na ye kana these are roots
prime roots
nipa egu ho
ana nipa so ese egu ho no e kro wa na kasa and ya man nana no lose self esteem we nana no binom as a result of nana binom so omo ne
ye
eti de make can say ye hu the occupy sa seat no ye hu insema e free sa office or the seat no buy me gidi say the Attorney General plus other relevant individuals in this country and called Ghana no o matnase adwene ho askane adwene ho abo ho mpaye adwene ho askane adwene ho ana ede sa akwanya we this young, intelligent man.
Yeah.
Because the other side of it is that Ghana and Kwanso now have a fair juma. If you have such a CV, why are careful? You better poto the amount. If you accept a juma to say or Ghana, you should also weigh all the options.
All the options.
Yes, sir. Cornello, Brian Diano, Ebe now Cornell, no, nothing for you. With the form team. I'm happy that he's a young man. I'm happy that Okuta Hodin Sunkubi. Now I've been with Juma and Opeso Yenim. I'm the only challenge I'll have now is baby air God the Mukrumo. Marashebe Jum Honum. A Honum Kwan Abia, rest of the Ghana, yes, you know, yeah. So I say, God the Mukrumo. I'm home to Jobia. It's the fantastic training English one. Almost a whole constituency. So almost a honey me challenge say. So Nyami and come no and Timian convince you almost year. You know, because it's a sensitive position.
He has to be vetted, right? So
yes. It's a sensitive position. Very sensitive position.
My only worry is how we allowed our politics to also the special prosecutor's office to be engulfed in a dirty politics in this country. And they would do ready for that.
Among Jumedia Potia God so Amanyoma
corruption and other corruption related offenses.
Corruption and other corruption.
No, but the thing is that what the same of us we in this neither.
Of course.
All the same of us we in PP
Of course.
What do you Maba?
Debbie.
For me, I know you're a principled person.
Yeah.
But don't have to bear Juma.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that people accuse you of this left or right, what you have to do it.
Yeah.
After all, quite sorry. Who did not meet your conscience? It's your fact to buy manager. What I say?
Yeah.
And Yami Adoma will cover it now. Because now that for me, when you say today, when you say me, and so what?
But that's the conversation we are having.
And I make she should not be swayed. Oh, so I'm one year ding. May I damn a fellow Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem say, what bing?
Criminal law, he is a go-to person. He's
a very calm person. Now, meet me in court, me using a positive way, or a litigant.
They need the whole amount of training.
Why must training? Mate, my car, me
legal manson.
I open legal manson. Instead of using a positive way, no. When you dear or cast one no court or to bad the TB. Young Concosi, young Concosi, very meticulous person. And now, when you be around to do a can once, I would know as some call court. Difficult or back or no be discussion. You hear BBC, Memo Mudia, Mujidi said, Dino converting. enye hu sa I think at the quote because say political can say you see MPP 2016 elections na a campaign message. It is the creation of that office Nankasa and you will be campaign message.
That's true.
So right from the outset,
a bit political. Even though the definition for that office is not
be political. Because you will be campaign message. Political.
What I say, and you know say,
but I mean, I say the kind of unity in parliament in crafting the act, no?
Yes.
Because I'm told some of the very good contributions were even from members of the minority.
Yes.
You know, in shaping the law word for word.
Yes.
Minority only receive a lot of contributions. And if we say with that spirit, no, now Sanki did the same spirit. It viewed the entire office. But I think the choice of the first person who was chosen,
that's the point. The problem is
to be special prosecutor means further deepened
because at that time we don't know what your NDC now I follow out big time with NDC for.
No, but I know the whole canals my careful epistles be here.
Oh, just say epistles by your guy. What you say? It you don't know you will be no ma fall out big time man. Indeed, now I head to one kasa. It you know, but outside the focus or man penyet ma appoint will be your NDC and such a person the credibility na e was ro enti no na is rather unfortunate see ko hu de kwesi
of course
the kwesi ye no bebre na ya avoidable needless controversy ye ne say can happen but you be ma the crowd will be orientation as at the kwesi ye me gide so man panyin ne attorney general na o ma hene ka no o maskane adwene ho abompaye askane I recheck it and we say no choice we are here
the best
the best because on my penny say we so anko ya
no
just ajiagu
that office should be collapsed.
I'm telling you.
Yes,
so we anko ya so we anko ya man penny speech no betro bi asibiano so he has to expunge that
special prosecutor.
Yes, because what different one who be
there is a lot on Kisie Jabing.
There's a lot on Kisie Jabing, and I'm very hopeful. I trust Kisie Jabing. Yeah. So what share the done in the dim combo when they were about the combo tell you can say, hey, when the more can watch you and then man sanity. What I say, you know, me and I never come and say, why are brand here? FM. And brand here.
Or 80-50.
No. Kissing 50.
About 45.
45, sir. And brand here, never one and now to be president. What do you ban up Bemono? Me take us on my yard. And I'm very hopeful, say, Kisiba Twasadi. And Nipper be Bremante Rodon Barabem, first term no. Majlis Obia active upon him. Obia tip upon him. It is an abuse to be na. Baby Wojano, Wojana Konoma, Ghana youth Nina. Wojana Konoma Ghana youth Nina.
Once you fail, you fail. Who fell say Papa to say and
okay, so that's the man.
Yes.
What
I'm that to her man.
Yeah. That's
Akwa to say friend say Samuel Abujinapo.
Yeah.
The position we see.
Ekosiisen
FM. Abujinapo fell say pe Ghana youth no ye hwachire.
No any ascension. And my reason for mentioning ascension is say man Sawosha works and housing as a ministry. From time you create ministry, ministers be bri about before. Which of the ministers have before works and housing and say ye boni dia bibi hetel. Say assume say be occupy works and housing. When na meeting markets or ye. When na meeting markets or ye. Can you remember one?
I think say for the past almost 20 years I just say Hackman Uswajiman. And I'm a kind of say because of President for no ye affordable housing or starting, you know. Bottom man and
Asante Mampong.
One that I'm a kai. It means as a nation for the past 20 years, no, we haven't really done a lot in terms of housing. Yeah. Oh, it's yes and now, Minister Papa Beba, but when you can't support to the one. What should it comes to it?
Because despite all the good intention, we say attach and the abo attach here. What would you remember him for? At the Western Housing Ministry.
But you see, exactly myself
Dogana. Eshume Dogana. Nipa be dem.
What the corruption I say?
Nipa be dem.
What the corruption I say?
Nipa be dem obi.
FM.
If I check this
about him. Before say about God. Yes, no. But me fa we in weekend weekend when we call Takra Day.
Yeah.
Two things and catching me attention. One, Kwame Nkrumah roundabout. Obatakra friend a Jeep roundabout.
Most more Kwame Nkrumah roundabout.
Yeah, Kwame Nkrumah roundabout.
Okay.
Takra Day. Now, so of course, Ofri Western region. There should be something in the Western region to remember him. Inti Kwame Nkrumah roundabout. Honey baby, also the whole Western region. Any interchange be in the Western region.
In Western region.
Yeah, the whole Western region.
Before SOMO develop.
Kwame
Nkrumah.
Yes.
Okay.
Inti,
How far?
How far? Video no Jackson video no to swear na o man hene yen hwebi. Enti Kwame Nkrumah roundabout the hot no it's supposed to be the place I was say interchange no o man say we na ba obi.
Now interchange be na.
Interchange be no. So that time dey kire we.
Was this place on me market?
Hot no Kwame Nkrumah roundabout no.
You need to check it first. How almost
man. As at Enra into BBN, and I think the Ministry of Roads and Highways would have to come and tell us what's happening, because sword was cut, I think, late last year, and we were expecting Zanka by now, no, not BBN, but there's. Amakwata, yes, Roads Minister. I think one name Vice President Ekoya at the time.
Baumia?
Yeah, Vice President Baumia. So
what's the challenge? We have to be careful.
Yeah. I think we need more info on this because one project attack for Western region, it was supposed to be the first interchange in the region. Yes and no. Then I would have to.
Now
it was part of the sword cutting on That
was when? I'm trying alongside Tamale Diana.
No, that be not Tamale Diana Shasi. Not Tamale. But Nina supposed to be funded from Sino Hydro.
Yeah, but it's Sino. Because I'm saying that.
Last.
I had no money.
Last September.
September nimbe.
Yeah. Ekokate sword. And Ekasino Hydro project.
Ekasino Hydro.
We may have to find out.
Yeah, what's happening? Say Road Minister 8 here. Say. Or any more information over to me after that's Dominic
raw I didn't
this is Kwame Nkrumah obi onim takwa de bia me ba utie obet maba Facebook na waba be Asempa FM in Facebook page 94.7 on Facebook oba obet me ahwente. This is supposed to be the place na e was anka eba nti ye hwese yebenya more info. But say you contrast we man the next video no Tamale die no.
That's on.
That one is happening. In the Tamale die nso enie mo pese mo share Tamale interchange and state akwakodu we ye enne na Iliasu HR we dey send ye. And we just wanted to draw that contrast no. Na ye hu Tamale die second it. And the Tamale die no seems to be on.
Then there's a reason for Takrady delay.
Yeah.
Oh man, kakra meti me just unity because I know hydro no it's can be a problem
be issue can even the Tamale there were some way
and especially whereby a COVID no so some buy no not funding na yi kakra but I'm happy say Tamale because Tamale no be quite na enyanru baby but to share the pictures and videos na to say akọ anymore.
Well, we are gone past some of these explanations and excuses. I don't want to buy into what my brother is saying. Lawyer, and I understand, so 43 years into the chain 3 years. Very young.
And you're on quite crowd. Wow.
That's a more crowd. I could get 10 years of this. Just young people. By crew for me, said Tiano 45.
Tiano 45.
And younger.
When this year?
When this year?
When this year? Also, baby 41.
Yeah.
42 years.
When this year, well from. When you
and the partner soon ye baby.
That's super.
Yeah, lady.
That's super.
Also,
very energetic guys. Yeah.
No, baby 40.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking.
But Dominic Messer, Fred Road Minister.
I'm Fred Road Minister because
I don't want to believe that.
Yeah.
Especially
for Takrady.
Yeah, I don't want
Takrady. I mean, it's and when him said, Yannis said a budget more, I think in 2018. For the first time, it was in 2018, and a buy and a latest he can buy and all of that. And let's see.
That means in fact, Sokra more for more. That's the picture.
Takrady, wheelbarrow cranny ho. Wheelbarrow crancy ho.
And you go first, you can also.
Because you know.
What we say MP
Former MP. Yes, former MP.
But I was able to. I am interested in the minister explaining to us.
Oh yeah, he
the
has
challenges.
to, especially for Takrade,
yes,
because
sir.
Takrade for share.
Yeah, but yes, sir, office of the vice president, because office of the vice president was part of this move there.
Yeah.
Then almost influence. So I expect that Gideon Buako or the sector minister.
Yeah, road minister. Road minister. Road minister should come and explain. Of course, at least who said Tamale Diana air coso.
That's what because there's a reason.
Charlie.
There should be a reason.
Takrade anybody and Shas.
Say okay, so Sana hotel.
Enra me try ya or my Enra video ni. Enra. But in Takrade there is this other thing. There is this other big project. Market cycle redevelopment.
Yeah.
So market cycle.
Yeah. So
move ni nyina si ni foforo.
Na dey no move
okay. Enyo mo aba Jubilee Park no.
Move adwadifo no ko ba bi from so mo sisi
market cycle.
Okay, very good.
Into omo build a new market. In the announce no video ni be show sisi anamahu what's happening in Takrade. And there is this, and I think we would have to commend the city managers, the STM in Penny for and the regional coordinating council. And I think a model Emma other assemblies ne say we be a major project be affecting Kofua. You should think about into Gordon's we are. This is the new place we move developing. So they move all the market women from market cycle to this place. No much me quite SC market.
It a idea of so many assemblies. That problem what I encounter. Obetia ne jodi for say
yenyi baby
ko. But ya the question was say na wo na wo so won kwahin.
On kwahin.
Ever now prepare first won ko. Na wo your mass am back. And now ko tell fie 24 months. Ma on to adia na. Oh, you know, it's all about planning.
Yeah, but so kaza sa M'Ahiasem say if you repay me to no catch him say oh wait me to busu me and sana me boda no su ya.
No I say
no sir.
Was one there's I go that sorry there.
Any bad bro.
It is a share of Facebook. This is where the STMA and the Regional Coordinate Council a developer. No more all the there are so many stores and it's huge. And I think we would have to commend project managers, because it is really, really
that's
huge.
under Kobe's watch.
Under Kobe's watch.
Which means you have been 2 major markets.
Absolutely. Because when we are, it will still be a good baby, railway quarters. The railway quarters. Railway staff, junior staff, ni be great. But when we develop. No, you've come back to Tamale. Anti yen sign and cover. There are still some other
stores. No?
Yeah, one who stores. Yes, stores na doors. Be brave. I took time and where Tamale interchange into will come back to stores. Ne the number who a hona umuyi a year or man for an aqua market women aqua na later no or metimi. I wouldn't him obi a would develop a market no the contractor. Or my
yeah. As in
KJT
as in TA. CONTRACTE.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Company contractor. Omuna AC. Yeah. Kumasi Airport.
Yeah.
And a KJT market. The omuna ye Takrade market cycle.
Move on, chairman. I take
a Brazil company nana.
There be a is it concert?
Yeah, concert.
Yeah, me tell you, council watching.
Okay.
Me tell you, catch. Yes, it is a share. You would see what the STMA is doing to move the people there.
It's COVID ni crop buyer.
Yeah.
Said name yes MC at that time COVID fan. Yeah. What should you say? Omo ye social distance market square but they are doing well.
Yeah. Takrade is doing well. And thank you and kudos to the guys there. Yeah, if you're the phone so about say now, please leave market say omunya wia. And what's the sound ko car bi on
almost anko back to former place no.
No, me ka say omu wie new place na. Say omu yi o makono. Wo be hu na market women yi no so kwa akoye ma.
I think some attention also has been drawn to say Takrade the nyemo modiana yemfre Kobe. You know
on interchange.
On interchange. It's fair.
Okay.
Because nya de ono no ade bi say ABC wo the crew ma obeka say oni update or update. And Kobe
shortcut no
on Pekase we need to push him to talk. once you occupy public space or office, some
no, but for Pekasa, no problem. You'll be on that.
No,
Monshire stores near. That's what they've done. Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem, a lot of stores.
But
yeah, it's been a problem. Second phase. But that's why the project has not started. And the assembly is
the assembly is now anemic.
No, we are anemic because the president in power.
When there was a certain
power still.
So acting in that capacity.
Yes, he said they are not entering into new contracts.
Yeah. But enforcement,
don't move.
Now,
let's say original minister or confirm.
Original minister.
Assembly go put because
some market women I don't understand. Second phase no delay. It's crazy. I don't know.
Say market women it means magic card to say the project we are devalue.
But you know some of the reasons why market women political authorities isn't to mention them push it.
For all maybe our alternative we are you should know.
You should know.
Which may be fair. So say the here BBC and said
now first phase no. Omo the market women
you know the KJT tantan.
Omuja Omugu. Call Bantima, race course,
regulated. And now for the past 2 years, truck drivers said nam will be able
when it's about development. Yeah. Even though any Amaya catch development, we don't have to always blame the people. When it's about development, a little bit of inconvenience. That's my point.
Yeah.
But you don't expect beautification of Accra without inconvenience.
Oh yes.
You can't expect that.
For me, I think reasonable inconvenience.
Exactly. So what I said to Mr. Obi. And those who are always ready and quick to just say human face, heartless society, and all those things. Mr. Yentimin Chichiri Crow with Obiase or Peso or Peso. It can't be possible.
And yet possible.
It me, Mr. God is a mere Matis and Mrs. Kumasi. Where do you and it is demonstrating that sometimes your political might na you use to the advantage of because clearly say nana otu for krum na okosre nana say nana baby adu no ayedin ama me say metime pia sa de we free wo ne mo eni yi asantima yi ntia na dwadifo gino keka say ye manko
ye nko
yesu kura to baby na ache otu for will not talk you go.
Oh, say who's a busy?
Will not talk.
Who's a busy at President Mahama?
Oh, yes, word. Obi, just the announcement from Ahimfiese.
Ube Johnny.
Otiko Cross was saying on Fahoni free Obi free. Now one never book ra. Obi any that one abeko.
I'm surprised the Assembly and the Regional Coordinating Council use that power Menshia has. So how can we?
They should tap in.
Project they close to 1 year.
Yeah, they should tap in. And when they turn around to come and say Kumasa Basa and Bibia and Koso and at the end, we are our own enemies.
Now, wouldn't say Kumasa Scafono or more Kajitania Dumo? Kumasa Scafo, Kumaseno. You're the economy of Kumasi Kutawa Mono.
Any
I'm telling you.
I'm actually sure almost slippers. I show you more.
Mesodo Payako, young Prembe College, Yanko Pukwari, Cecilia say, and Grande Wohono, wine and the papa, a engineer.
Yeah.
Class
store for one
tomato for them to say ya tomato jeje ma
until let's see but my meaning come we mrate unafi yen toa so and then semegu apno so no doso Ilyasu Abdul Rauf a correspondent to Northern Region Ilyasu Jina Tamale Ilyasu akwa ba net saying great inti Tamale interchange no edikan ukọ ho no pay nipa wo ho ye adwuma
ba cha me ko no mo ye adwuma
we sure
mo ye adwuma
it is see and so interchange na part be no madu sisi a
okay so o hwe interchange no a make me aka say be 70% be e die na group Ekosiisen enu kwa ntina nka me percentage no poche ntime try na nka Yabenya regional urban road director ye urada kon nanka ye ne na atwe ho nkomo no nko a chere port ba me friend won tumi amfa ma ye yin ba sa wodi wani hwe ani baby a drew no utimi so ma ko mu anim yi pa because I hear e free that perma himfie ho e de ba befa central mox so elenki ko boga kwan no so ani nyina no yade a o maye e na so hear eye kwan na edam kofa me ko mu anim ho e de kokko lenke e wo boga ho no me de fa Vodafone ho no mo so a enu mpo no o maye asan bie kwan bie tum o ma block ba bi o mo to aso e na so hwe e de ko eye sakasaka area no ankasa so a konso ade o so so maya ko anim pa yi a utimu se o maya ko anim ade wani bubu abitumi aka se be 70% dey e bia na adru sa ambro so mpo dia 70 dey me sure say bitimi adru.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Inti when I come, they say they all cast more adwuma no skeletal staff bi na nanam ho ana se utimu se adwumayefo ni nyina gu ho briskly adwuma.
Okay, a bra me call so omo ho na omo ye adwuma na omo ye adwuma said e tie ba say because me obi antimi ani nkomo ho e na say dem di kan kire mu no owura anka obetimi ama nchiremu potere no nya de mi mani hu ye e na make ho asem na adwumafo na enim say omo issue kakra bi abre bi etwam a na omo chese omo nko adwuma kra wo omo sika sem bi allowances bi ni ade ba no mpanifo ewura mu a omo dane na free honom na ekọ na chi no na omo ba edwuma omo ye edwuma na ebra omo hye interchange nyina ase no na omo ye edwuma na dwu nyina but to see ya no de ase anadwo no na ye
omo so kakra
ba say be call daytime omo ho no de ya omo ho a omo ye edwuma na ye nyina so nim say interchange no de eda in 42 ye anim a ye nyina anim no tim ne say July ye we anim no e was na wie yem ho no omutimi eye adwuma ni wie eti omunsa efre ho ba since de akai no ene America krai a aka no e na minnim say bia endu sa mme no na omawie anase etesen de a ene de mintumi hu na say omuye adwuma ne de me ko ho me hu enipa ni bi e wo ho no mo a omo dane niema na no nyina me fa because interchange no e wo krompi enti we obi akokrom a omo no bre bia na obeko bia na oni ebetimi atwa ho so e wo ho no de na ye kan danke hu be hia se nke dem di ka na nke nya ye owura da ko a wono betimi ama ye mu nkyeremu
emu nkyeremu ni I get you
no de di ani ehu ene ye kan na wo kan se de niema so e ko ho no mo a e ko so pa na omo ye ni omutimi edi nkomo kakra e ekoye wo mo a omo timamufo na ebi kaka motos ni ade no omo na ehwe anim se ebi asa ebreye o ma hye no de na nka ebedu na nka wi a na nka atimi de emoaba because okay tamal kodua na se de tie no a kuro no enti se kumase ana nkran a se o block kwan ba to a ubetimi afọ ba bi akopie ba bi tamal kwan kuro no e different kaka ene se de kumase tie ne mbia nka ya hodo na enti so he se do mo ye na mo block ya kaka na o ma ye no mako block ya kaka na o ma ye no ba bi asa na o mo ye nti timamfo no so he se ebi abre na ampenifo he se omo betimi de awie dwumadie no na nka omo tumi edi na ebre na omo mpenifo chese omo betimi de awie dwumadie no bedru no na omo awie se de be ya betimi aboa ama asumwi aba na se ka se be hwe dwumadie no se de ekọ nanim ne de ekeka ho de a de sima ka se omo so ebo omo hombode a yenim de se be ye de omo anim e deadline no e be so no na omo timi awie ana se na be tem de no de
yo Eliaso
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem
ya da ko betwe nkomo no we ya de a betumi adi ekire efri ekina de ko nyina abre bi obe ready say oni e be kasa e be bo apini no ni ya busa na say baby a aka ko akodui no
July deadline on betumi awie ana
sa pepepe e na me pese ya no a nka betumi abusa free ekina e kwa na say baby a obe ready anke nsa be ka no
me pa so yo inti ya be san so abo apini wo bi o why say bibi atotoma ya da say Abdul Ilyasu Rauf a correspondent in the northern region original Tamale na yen edin komo and obon humodin videos e de sende yen ube my phone gusu ye adwuma on the Tamale interchange or share your Facebook you would see that live videos from Tamale and muhu enti yada mu nyina ase Ekosiisen so ne and in your comment section obi di abase obi nkoko also need one interchange nkoko pa
Everybody had it. And Kaplan, who we said, "Oh, can't you, Brian?
No,
Brian,
and we are passing your beer and Tim from one night can carry a night.
Kumasi, I'm promise you 5.
Yes,
I'm going to be
Road Minister promise you 5. Your friend is saying Santasi runabout.
Yes.
President Kufuor, no movie, then we can think about
it.
President Kufuor, then our prempe on the movie.
So no movie.
So
for life.
No.
Oh, just like
I can't trust what I Buakwana.
No.
And the road now was a free interchange him. Equa Buakwana, and I say, or
Now when you are
traffic. I'm promise you 5.
Any papa, they have traffic light boy, and I'll come fight.
My boss Santasi,
and that's runabout.
And a swami.
Before I want to run about also the walk.
I want you.
No, I'm going to come out to this. Can you never 4 years ago?
I want you to come.
I want to run about.
And a swami.
Yes, I want to Santasi swami. Now what Bassi, Uforukum class come.
Hey, and your friend is airport. Road Minister and the same.
I'm a quarter.
Anyway, you might. The young son and you may be see about Takradi, and so Yana would get some information in Jacobi. So,
Wadaroma.
Yeah,
Mintiapo and Intino. Maybe say, me job, but mean to be job, Brian, no mammy, and mean me mankind. The Edikai Gordon, the party also. Monasonte. That. The Ekosiisen ECG, the Ekosiisen NLE no. Yeah? Say, amount to 2 or more in CEA. Especially, I hear that gentleman has written a letter of disclaimer or whatever, and an empty letter that you had a conversation with a lawyer close to Oseamia. What's the name of that lawyer? And what was the conversation about? The content of what you have just said. What did he manpenya them? Because you have the media, and you're untouchable. And I still say that Chief of Staff office and that of the Vice President and NLE. I don't know what the President wants to know or hear again. Timmy catch Godwin. You know the frequent Jubilee House.
What will be order?
No, Mr. Odier. By virtue of we are senior journalists. Now say MPP, even though you are fair. It's shameful. Because Sabi Suku are calling it, they only know about a structure of an organization. Where lies the locus of a PRO? To be a determinant for an NLE. No, take instructions, my follow. No, church on your man same fatasa account. Make sure the right ups on them. We need writings now to be mature. I don't want to go there, but I'm saying, I'm sad. Obi, when we continue, and some Jonah kind. When we continue to make illegalities legal and abnormalities normal in this country, good example is this Razak Poku issue. And nobody wants to talk about it in Jubilee House. The Chief of Staff is silent. The Vice President is silent. The President is silent. NLA is silent. All we are hearing, Lotto forecasters, KGL, Alpha Lotto, Gungunai.
Me just a mocha crack.
Yeah, me ba me work say ba me de jaw. Go na me mentiapo. Me di jaw.
But only my worry in this conversation.
Yeah, what's the worry?
For now, when him say enche the list of CEOs of the various state agencies will be out.
Yeah, and Director Generals. From what I'm hearing, no, latest by the end of this week, that list will be finalized. And TF4 boss will bring them all the information they need to know on this show. I think one thing I was saying, informing president in his choice a year. I don't think our country is ready for CEOs like the one who headed NLA. Your friend is saying, Oseamia. You cannot head an organization and leave it in the mess NLA is in right now. Because all these things, a leadership problems. Because CEO be a woofy organization. Our PRO want this power. And there is confusion everywhere. Contract I was signed, Obit makers they are suspended contract. And this is a guy who witnessed and was MC on most of this contract.
It's terrible.
A contract that was witnessed by our defense minister.
Everybody who matter was there.
Everybody who matter.
The handing over.
And we have
everybody was there.
Just
everybody was there. And I think the Ameyao, the Ameyao guy was a disaster for NLA. And I think the president should be informed by that and make sure, say, any CEO or appointed,
Director General
be a should not be somebody who would lead
so it means the whole institution is a mess.
It's a mess.
Because if up to now,
it's a mess.
You are in an acting capacity now, you cannot right the wrongs. Not still a call from gum there. Then what is it?
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Is it Obi? NLA.
About your attention anyway.
Yes. Oh, my follow NLA. Technically speaking, I under both finance ministry and defense ministry. Man be director of NLA in fact, NLA boss of company police for the guidance is so
yeah.
COVID period in institution be any what more Ghana who be here NLA because of it might generate revenue. At the moment, first month, second month, third month, yent man generate revenue. Our NLA, it was our health must rule. Said I can be a state now NLA baby do. As if some penny money.
Yeah. How?
As if some penny money.
That's a picture.
Airtime, our NLA.
That's a picture.
And me Razak book my downfall. Pierre Rubin will bet me I ran it.
No. Okay. I can't.
And you there be anything to say penny more hallway.
Everybody is silent. Now that's great, Mama KJ.
Moreover, after that, somebody was appointed as the acting director.
Oh, no, they bogus. I don't want to say that. Now, so no, to one there. Say now when they cause on the side.
And you fair. I mean, and you fair, and my system, no. Something must happen at NLA. But the system, I go dream. Revenue generation in our revenue targets in our you be into me at you. And go for a chalo to now more than yesterday. Yet we are running at a loss. I didn't say. It's something has happened there for things to turn around. And yes, time. Time
go buying massy. That's what you have to say. Time go buying massy.
Me. Number of times my to MPP, but MPP.
But I don't have a problem.
But I want to stress on that.
Yeah.
I want to stress on that. Matua ba 10 of times matua baby matuma MPP. I mean MPP. I criticize them, I applaud them, I caution them, and I challenge them. I am wrong. I make catch them. Million people before committee over here. Not a single day million people before meeting. It's me bad. I don't represent MP.
Yeah.
I represent myself. As God knows, I be there. College journalist. Yeah, hire me fee. Me an penny for. We put them in your catch one. What does here? And before they say me free, yeah, never for time. What is the bad man? Between a problem. And then we was for say, look, any radio station be an man, the colleague journalist will be say, yeah, what the fuck? Young Cracker 2 years ago, what the crop was that day, and as a one thing for I had to be bad, as you know. But the most important thing is that something must happen now.
At NLA, I mean,
at NLA,
it's messy.
It's messy. For me, airtime is no city.
Yeah.
It's
just going.
And I did back when I have make a crap. My can woman from that. Say, a young uncle for Razako Poku, a tradia, Ekosiisen on the board of Vice President Diabishi. I can put it on record. I was pardon 4.7, and then Razako Poku has never met Dr. Bamia before.
Wow, look.
I am putting on record. When said the baby ada. Dr. Bamia can't identify him in the midst of two people.
Yeah.
Not in the midst of plenty.
Two.
In the midst of two people. He can't. When said that.
Yeah.
And it's a Razako Poku pay. Dr. Bamia Samoa. No problem. But so big criticizing will say, Adia way and ya. And Quatri some say, me project Dr. Baumianti and will be your mistake.
No, but in any case, please.
Yeah, no,
in any case, Dr. Baumia is the vice president of the land. Or you can't criticizing.
Yes.
So if Dr. Baumia has been criticized,
exactly.
Who is the
president? The president will say,
who said the right times calling yes, you're quite the same from me, I'm addressing you that.
Yes.
This Razak Pokuman, you know, it's a disgrace. It's a shame to the MPP and to the presidency. Nadia Namusu and Casa
something must happen. I drag it on for
why is this country gradually turning into a lawless country? Obia fa bibia no ye.
Was men generalize no. E NL na asem na si ho.
E do ba bia ho ahom to don't say buy whatever.
NL na asem na si.
No teach you and ECG get to ECG. What is happening at ECG? You get to happen at ECG.
ECG
look at how funny the ECG.
Many pictures from Electrovolta.
No boundary.
So who remember the red band?
Look at
canteen.
MD must go.
Look at that can drama be your kuma. Go and read their 8 reasons why they think that this man should step down. From 1992, all foreigners, in quote, foreigners, to change the status quo of the Ghanaian mentality and work schedule and attitude. No problem. And this man is suffering from that. My dear
foreigners means a Ghana for Atnama.
Yes. ECG sabi obi me na Ghana ye kan ko bayiro
ma make the challenge back wonam krom no say transform edua bu atoso na wo budu number na wa frɛ no wo frɛ no was here for na wo say okay bi a me wo santase say here for okay no wa ye yi was hold on why conference call na wa frɛ
area
manager no what I say wonim say po bi abu ato transform bi so dan ko fo munya light true Ebo boss wanya we was any count
national light
what was Jack and then kasa direct for number mano obi a na wa ye your maswat emperor bi che say ye no nti won follow strategies na emom no enka yes na ka e kon kan say deputy in charge of
look at this
what I say
on friend the deputy in charge of operations na deputy in friend regional manager na regional manager and friend district manager na man for
this unnecessary bureaucratic system in this country very unnecessary
almost was the canteen canteen not for himself canteen not for his use
because Charlie so irritating obi or money here changer. We need people who are selfless, who are patriotic, who think that no matter the situation, they'll still change the system for us. We've been stuck to a particular place for too long a time. Obi can't obi call lunch or bedroom or P11 or back 3:30. Yeah, MPP and ANDC. We've been by this situation for years, and we still don't want to change. But we are complaining that the system is tough. Mr. High Radio, so tough for wine. You are creating it, so be in it.
And my worry is, and I think it's something. ECG might be a symptom of a bigger problem. But the point is, for every state institution, no, but why should you have a problem? Say MD, Obia Fre MD, Nipa na privilege or MD number. Wa Fre MD. Now say because regional officers now. Regional officers no nye operations per se. Because a district in a year Juma. Yes. Is any pana Fre district manager and direct. Because any jurisdiction say Paul Ebuato transform a biso. In the Shama Munyana say why should this be a problem? And MD ni mumkwa na
one from mine. I said family of mine so na me so instruct God him na me church me futi na me church I did one day be 18 days na me church memo and found
memo
that's the problem of the Ghanaian. That's a proactiveness in the area because I frame me this saying God know him bra office ni nkomo
and this issue back also so almost say revenue
no my brother me see
oma kwan amoma nkopɛ revenue ama ECG adebe no mo ye omo de kane akɔ no ma kɔ like bill month of June July August 2020 yeah na Ghana nyina omampanyi ese ye na kane mu free almost that time no nkɔfo de ka previous ese ke ebo mo kwan mo kɔ gigi saka na hwan na ye adwuro betuaka why that one na year juma
no so no ID who page ECG as na so PR William Watson we and then they want to ID so ECG we say make catch obi who page ECG asem o say bosu na oboa and union de omo ye correct and ECG the system no tia so mind my more education and then they onim ono at I can't understand
especially the canteen angle
last week now I can't understand my people what's really going on wrong
timing of their action
timing
yeah na can do incident tia say problem ni free fan now must start the pressure ECG boss as if we say
ono na cause that problem I say abro
me wan agree kwase
abro that's the mentality of the Ghanaian abro naturally born bad people in this country abro People are just feeding on the state. One person you better cut them off. Nagana faso.
We shall overcome.
Yeah. People are just feeding on the state.
The slightest change.
Abro.
And the same thing, I think the last year I discussed airport too. Is it airport company MD? No?
Yeah.
Also was facing similar challenges.
Yeah. Abronkwa. The mentality of the Ghanaian now is abroistic. Abro. It's too much. It's too much for us.
And I think said there's beside that there's a larger problem. Say most of the time no MD we ba, CEO we ba, Director General we ba. Omo traffic so mon for position back.
Yeah, and system you lose.
Feeling the sa omo kwa
sabotage.
Na yasem.
Sabotage.
What the pen is paper say pen.
And this is a country where classified information is becoming normal information.
Okay, boss asem.
Yeah, classified information. Classified information. Classified information is now becoming a normal information in this country. And we're all looking on. Classified documents are now out there. Nobody cares. People just wake up and decide that Ghana should go this direction. That's what is happening in this country. John, your friend said John Gina, Abu number 6 and make number 6.
Yeah, Samuel
Gina Pa. We say I over you met my kind on Paibum because the truth is that the signs are on the wall. We know. Obi. So you don't know that people who are in this government and opposition and journalists and businessmen and chiefs, you don't know. You don't know. And you pretending that you are fighting what Galamsey is a joke. It's a joke. The printers should be over. We are sleeping. It should be over. The minister should not act as if he just came from Sabi Mass. We know.
And Oman Unim, before we would say because Mr. Jackson, Gordon Ewo M'Ahiasem and Inti Obai. Obenya quiet and the Atuja. But before say Gordon Ebe Bemuno and Gordon we are Oman say last week me go over the list of Nkofua potential Omope positions in the two leading political parties.
Yeah.
MPP the national chairman say what did he be?
Oh, Matisse first on the list Mikrum this year me
Mikrum
this year sorry Mpajo Fafachi dey wo di mako school Mikrum this year me enye say na yesi esua this year me Professor Kunfi Ameo and
Ameo
Kunfi Almighty Stephen in team.
Yeah,
Stephen in team.
Chairman.
And Edward Boating.
Yeah,
Edward Boating.
And a former ambassador to China, right?
Yeah, young man, no. Edward Boating.
Yeah. Nani Africa crowd. But Oliku smallish.
So about 50 then we have no abro.
Oh, of course.
Abro 50.
Now besides my
Edward Boating by wise time and
it doesn't matter. Obi on your opportunity in time. Until because we are also
oh, said okay.
Yeah.
It's not in doubt, but
Osha is a mania or
48 is so now what say.
Osha mania or a year they be a no cry then cry what try a ofurata for me or what trying to hide or the 69
hey the old GIPC.
Yes, okay.
Hey, your friend is saying.
Yeah, you know these people. And it's very good.
Oh, very executive secretary.
Yeah. Oh, you been
Asante Bedia too.
Yeah, the makers of
Edward Boating, Professor Kunfi, and Stephen Team.
Stephen Team said this is the 5th time.
Yes.
Also
become who?
Hey, sir.
Mattis a treasure, Nasa treasure, no so
Nasa treasure,
your friend is
Abankwaya.
Oh, Please stop that. Hey, you should come.
You back with him.
No, me can't say. Oh, yes, me not sure.
Treasure ni bio.
Yes, also a national chairman.
I was yes. No, I'm emphatic on the names that I'm.
Oh, national day.
No, me quite I'm emphatic on the CSC. Anna, yeah, a central regional chairman.
Oh my member. I'm going to say clear. What's that Bankwaya boy co-position being?
The Martinez Bankwaya.
What? That's what we are saying.
No crazy. Yeah, I don't qualify.
No, Dominica confirm.
Dominica is sure. Abankwaya national treasurer.
And people that's 2 times
national chairman. Our party there. CPP.
There be QMWTY. Chairman Kuti Soba.
Oh,
Central
Region. Oba for them.
Yeah, Chairman Kuti Soba.
Really?
Oba for them. I was
National
Chairman. Chairman Kutin. Central Region.
Western North.
Chairman Kutin Central Region.
Yeah. Chairman Kuti Soba.
Very interesting.
That's interesting. Hey, and the national chairman should be moved heading.
Western North.
And now, hey. I think it's a back standing out.
Hey.
For me,
So,
back standing out.
Obiniyem.
Ukrom in the back.
Me na maidio.
Me na back ukrom for the back standing out. I think so.
Until so much be confirm. They make confirm so be call Steven team. They wa make ma confirm so be call Steven team. The almost be ba pribi Edward Boatin Amoya Kunfi professor. And afi chairman Kutin.
And abankwa ye boa.
Oh, who's watching that person?
There be amount. Say obe contest. You be nominations. Obe picking the forms. The what time is matter?
Was it was your metro assembly? So say okoye na me be the man ko 2 minutes. I go for problem.
Okay, Matthew.
Me just be no nim penfo.
Yeah, abankwa ye bo ani.
Mo fa down.
India na abankwa ye bo.
Me just be na me je na kira me so nim penfo din ko bo say ono obe copy. Eti matter.
Okay, that's it. India abankwa ye bo aka. Matthew. Independent.
Yes.
But for General Secretary there so far.
General Secretary Oparians.
Oparians are being. Oh, former MP no.
Yeah, former MP.
Okay.
John Boadu. And
Bubu de Busu beko.
Bubu de Busu no why?
No why?
Hey, wonu Bubu de Bu.
There you.
John Boadu deputy Venice.
John Boadu deputy.
Hey, ukrom ni.
Why?
Hey, Obribu ahin.
Why no?
Bubu de Bu.
Lawyer
Obribu ahin.
Oh, I on call me finish say. Oh, we baby. Oh,
or we will be for Abronye.
Abronye.
Or person of General Secretary.
Yes.
Okay.
The Martin.
He's been in the party too.
Na Charles Bisi we no kre.
Charles Bisi the minim.
Me tea so far.
Charles Bisi.
But tell their names to be brave beba. Ba ko because Matis or no so beba but OPC so nya dia won General Secretary. That makes no.
The General Secretary enye for
by the party people decide.
Beba but you know so back standing out. Elections the to be other test
the party people.
But national organizer there.
Oh, names about papa.
That's organizer man.
Enye Henry Pe Nana Boachi.
Any other names?
Other names now the men what you.
So far there.
So far, Nana Boachi Penamati. Me said anti-binka.
Yeah, so far.
But you know what say no. So Nana go force it was surprised me say we could cast one contest. They will have loved like a Ukubesat now.
Oh, that means I could ye. I could so call General Secretary can go for Bepe or national chairman and go for Bepe. In the end of the day.
But then probably person consent na hono.
Won't pay be money and I'm whom when.
On science now I say.
Oh, not day.
That's what we
won't pay be money when.
Now, and MDs ne CEO say we could
Macau Casa
there's no direct correlation between that. Obi so pay yard or perono. And it's not about qualification so we qualify so be.
No, but since you also on national organization.
But you can also take it away from the supporters like Yinyako Katina Hawaii. You
know supporters in the cartel that chairman.
And that went to a course of
youth organizer and we being seen.
Hey, are youth organizer and Salam Mustafa or Honomo?
Obiabedi.
And Obiabedi and Abanga or
Abanga Obiabedi. And they are Banga.
Obiabedi. Obiabedi. As I to Dana Michiano. I know children.
Now, some for some for any day, they say, one man no chop refi.
I'm saying, your church, you say, Obiabedi, and Obiabedi comes across quite harsh.
And was no contribution, no chop. Some for some.
Yeah, so Obiabedi room, and a Pope room, and a Salam room.
Yeah.
These are the three things I ever up.
Your friend is saying,
Nasara.
And I say Obama Pokwas.
Oh, me nipan de onko de wa say Obama. On the actual sa.
So
Obama.
Oh, what
say Obama Pokwas or Koto. We're starting it.
What the hell? They underrated.
You say, well, then you say one man no chop na.
Only one man no chop.
Say Obama Pukuasi. One man no chop.
Also tropa.
Oh, tough. And that's for the NPP. And
Nasara one can Nasara.
And Nasara the Padines. Yeah, fairness. House of Folk. Footer. Only said the any one who wants to House of Folk. Apart from that, no, they don't got no problem.
By political party, I said,
apart from Hearts, I think he's okay.
The House is one a gammas when you wanted in that. Fabio Gamma. That's what Bay
was it Hearts there?
It was it there. Hey, because I'm going for Angola.
Inti Oman say, and no Edan Chaya. Now you're buying
this. People money national vice chairpersons.
Oh no, chairpersons so.
Okay.
Chairpersons so. So I think I'm over saying 3, right? I'm over 3.
Yeah, campaign mu say that yet din on.
Chairpersons so. Oman so share the NDC and so.
Hey, Kennedy can come national organizer.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Sound.
Hey,
Obi di ni aba.
Yeah, Kennedy can come national organizer.
And yeah, wow.
And yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, so there's a confirmation of Abankwayeboa.
From him.
Top.
Please. Here see.
I also about here see.
And what I make here say, what is a confirmation? I just said there's a former written
campaign team member.
But what apply?
Okay.
I don't think I said there were on what is a confirmation. What do you mean? Is that the
market? Well, Bobby blows too. I'm a member.
Too much. But man, yen share NDC quickly.
Yeah.
Last Friday, me go over the list, and my main Kaibio said these are list of Edinia. Said the aye Siciano. Edinia ye tete. Enya analysis ne ye ne ka say we bad here, we be corner we there. Yeah, this analysis man will do it. For now, names are ye tete. Which names can change? You know, because some of them are tentative. National chairman contest, no. Last week, based on names I and me bo Niyama Shite Edin. I'm told he's still greater former. Yeah, he's still in the race. At least we interested unya obeko. Me bo Sampia Ledin. Based on names, I need to about out Abeka said Dabi.
Okay.
Only any such interest.
Okay.
And we issue statement to that effect. Yes. They need to. Right? You would want to apologize to him and accordingly withdraw. Send it in and count. That's the name we had. Yet he said Nakedes so prepare Benjamin Kumbo at the Naba. But later no.
Now how nobody does Rebecca Kansma.
Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem FM.
Internal party matter.
And I'm told say Kumbuono might not come. Instead, say chairman of some of Urini, you know. Now on any problem in the contest, I think Dana Bodakwi and a Hudu Yaya.
Former
I am told they are likely to come back.
Fantastic man.
Into Hudu Yaya and Dana Bodakwi might come back again for the national chairmanship.
They may come from the same stock.
The same stock.
The same
of course.
What's the analysis in the interest?
Okay. Later we'll go into the analysis. Yeah. Niyama Shite, Samuel of Oswampofo, Abodakwi, and Ahudu. Yeah. Okay. From some cycles, I'm told say even Bevlolate.
Wow.
Bevlolate is nursing those ambitions as well for national chairman. As to how far I know you're true, no, I don't know. But that's another name that's making serious waves. But I wouldn't say the last time the chairman of Swamp of Dean come on, he confirmed. Say or no ni dream in the say or the NDC best day and the back to power. And he want to achieve that ansana or the Jumediano at all. That's for the national chairmanship. Oman unim say general secretary, no. Currently I see a doing here. It is not clear whether he would want to come back or not. And when he decides finally, then there is no contest. He would run unopposed. Dabi.
Oh, okay.
There's a card bearing member.
Oh no, but that's a me can't information. Yes, or there will be no contest. If he decides, here are the names. The deputy general secretaries too, no. Vanda Bola and Barbara will go. And guess what? Elvis a free Ankara.
Okay.
And Fifi Kwete.
What?
And that contest and
Fifi Kwete, Elvis a free Ankara, Otukono,
Brofo,
and Barbara.
Brofonte Tiemu and Nyumbo. What I say? Me cap Brofonte Tiemu and Nyumbo na representing the Pamian.
This will be the 4 in the event. Say Asiedun Ketia Anya Den Ankwa. And that's it. Now after Yaba, the next very, very important position, which is the national organizer. National organizer, and so far Nipa declare interest in Dawson.
National organizer.
Akando.
Akamba,
Akamba, sorry.
Joshua Akamba.
Captain
Akamba, yeah, Okobio.
Akamba.
And a captain, no, but Nikki, and I say, no, military officer.
We don't answer that question. Those you are not obliged.
The also kind was ever kind.
No, Captain Akamba.
Okay.
I hear saying in Nikki.
No, it doesn't matter. Please don't respond.
Okay. In the Joshua Akamba.
Or appear before in the appointments committee.
Of course. In the Joshua.
On public education.
In the Joshua Akamba, Joseph Yamin. Joseph Yamin. Uni Madi Jibril. Yeah, Madi Jibril.
Madi. Yeah, minimum.
Yes.
Hey, NDC didn't wash you.
This for national organization. Unim Solomon and Cancer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Solo.
Yeah. Former national communications
officer. In the Solo declare he is going national organizer. Unim was all contested the last time.
Yeah.
And I was saying Akobio. And Abubakar Sidi.
Oh yes.
Former youth organizer. Onon Soko. Obi ane the any setting for now. Kobe Ballon.
Kobe Ballon is Wajidin. Wajidin.
I think we're a deputy national organizer, right? But only just certain for now whether he would want to go or not. But his name is making rounds. Now, Oshe deputy organizer now.
But before we call no, somebody close to Felix Kwachu for I catch me say doing Ketia Felix will contest general secretary. Very close to Felix. No, catch him.
Hey.
And the general secretary no there. Wow. That's if I say don't get young.
It if the doors.
Yeah.
I said, Mr. What does I say who you know? What buying?
Oman deputy organizer no. Names are Alhaji Naziru. Yeah, in Nepal Alhaji Naziru. Yeah. And Anthony Nukpenu.
Oh, okay.
Another man.
Fantastic Nukpenu.
Yeah.
Greater Accra regional organizer. And I hear Wanda Madilo. And so Wanda Madilo contested for the National Youth Organizer the last time. And Pablo Kibini. Yeah. Into another matter so say Oba up Eba deputy organizer. And you know
on Asempa FM.
My good friend or a deputy youth organizer CCA. Nidino Edem Agbana.
For
yeah, guy was on so.
Who's a deputy youth organizer? Yeah, a deputy this year. What I can confirm. No, it's one term.
First year.
Yeah, he's been in the system. Agbana. Somewhere Legon, SRC president.
Oh, yeah.
What I can confirm, they say Agbana will not run for the deputy youth organizer again. On Ranibio. Opeso But Esrono Sisiano. Either the deputy national organizer for the deputy national organizer. And that for Agbana. And tonight I say onone nupe numone Wanda Madulo mo de beboen. And I'm so I'm for 2 deputy organizer I'm for 2. Now for what about the youth organizer? Youth organizer main no. Edi ayetete George Opareado.
Hey,
the incumbent never say
okay.
Yao Broja Jemfi.
I see. So not contesting.
You only contested the last time.
And also the most you.
Serious contest.
And it was very close. In the a repeat of that same contest will be interesting. And Elekem Kotoko. The last time he was disqualified, he went to me uncle, but Sisiano or science so Abba.
That's a for maybe.
Dabi. As a for J. Maybe
Obi.
He would want to.
Abosokai.
Okwa. And both and not. Now a 1,500. You see, Okwa 2,500. Ope accelerator. Nay 5,000. You see, 10,000.
And now Opa Benya. Seatbelt, you know, can't go. But if I could say, I come back there and was it Salvation Army Captain.
Salvation Army Captain.
Salvation Army Captain.
And also, let me also say this: a chief binding or a deputy national organizer here, Onkobio. And a deputy youth organizer, the names are Eba Up, no? Eric Datson, Gombela Sadiq Mohammed, Jude Sekle, Osman Ayarega, Mahama Ayarega Munia Ketwa. For them,
Deputy youth.
Dabi. On one composition be and Onassis Kobe or for deputy youth organizer.
American brand.
Why not about you could see America? Now if you about communications officer no for the main communications no so far Sami Jemfi on the post a
challenge.
No, Sami Jemfi basically ever contested.
Nobody is going there.
Yes, one also.
No, what distinguishing?
What draw for who you know? Who the see ebe why? Na
but Logos.
Oh, I know Logos.
Logos. That's one also called deputy national organizer. What money di? Ne queen.
Logos.
And I mean, yeah,
Logos is another.
But for deputy communications, no. Margaret and say Mago. Tell me Mago. Suhum.
Yeah.
So Oba for deputy
former
communications.
MC.
Yeah, former MC. And Akogan. Sayaba. So incumbent. Kwekubu incumbent or Sayaba.
Okay.
Yeah. And Abbas Nuruddin in this side.
Okay.
Abbas Nuruddin, Ashanti region. Yeah, Abbas Nuruddin. And these are some of the names. And I hear for the deputy communicator there is one man called Sakut Amenga.
Sakut.
Etigo.
Yeah.
On what sister no match?
Papa.
Oh.
Yeah, Sakut I watch it.
And the first time I'm meeting.
Because we go back and say. It is Sakut.
And then the first time I'm meeting.
Oh, yeah, serious guy.
Sakut.
But this one also per deputy comes. Sakut. Sakut. Amenga. Etigo.
I have a dress in the shoe. Sakut. My chair was Sakut, baby. Sakut. We have no idea. What the found some
these are some of the names are Ekosiisen M'Ahiasem 94.7 FM. Monshan and so my last week in Somibo Kojo Chumbuafudin for General Secretary. I'm told say he's not interested.
Okay, I know Kai 70 as about 51.
See 51.
Yeah.
What's that cause 50?
52.
And about 51. Yeah, more than number 40 so.
Yeah. And Iron Ross in the Epijana.
Still Pijana Epija. Wow.
Fact is not doors.
God inti and also here M'Ahiasem ye den na yenti.
Obi almost say weekend voice no yem say Ayarega voice.
Hassan Ayarega
voice.
Yeah, Hassan Ayarega APC.
APC.
Also video bi ba bontin now e wo cycling.
On the cycling project.
Cycling housing project. Me timi nko at me tena say Hassan Ayarega voice na e wo so. Na no wo ka say ese adan obi antimi nko ye no hwe na say na ese e pro nya ade. Na enemy si abonte no me kwaye research kakra bi efa sa project no on say new Western Housing Minister Honorable Francis so what
on Asempa FM
akoya assessment on impeni for technical people no akọ AESL for akọ and managing director of State Housing Company Kwabrampo for apia omunyina akọ hwe say ade adan na egu ho no ekwa be de be fa so utilize no because somebody will say litigation must end somewhere somehow and until no technical people from State Housing me no ka say oboko.
Oh, okay.
Omokoya assessment.
No,
more what that.
Okay.
Yes. For the past 2 weeks, AESL for any State Housing penny for alcohol no more assessment because sa alcohol no musisi ya.
Yes.
Enya habitable. What I say? Enya habitable. Into no before because if fear near ye no e wona me bebre so de keka ho ase na ha nti omokohwe no mo hu kwa akọ me fa so de asem no akọ na me problem kakra me wo ho ne say MPP by na tia na dynity MPP by 2017
yeah
say ya na dynity na edan a mo kwa akosie na mo sibu kosi 5,000 housing units afa wie ye no mo less than 1,500
yeah
ye no ne ade kronti a project ndaso ho na misa bo me
and the contract sum no was 200 million USD
say the kwakosi adan makwa 5,000 ewi a kire no eno ntiwe document ekuta mi dated 8th May 2019
okay
termination of the engineering procurement and construction contract between the government of Ghana and Constructura OS Ghana Limited for the construction of 5,000 housing units at Saglemenia Old Ningo in the Ningo Prampan district of the Greater Accra region. Etiwe Attorney General then Gloria Efua Kufu Miss and now no legal opinion.
Okay.
What trofa adibi 2019 sadi we call him. A surprise me. Say ensembia ntimi ansi Emma 2019 twemu Emma 2020 so etwemu ya afa na minister so aba waso no so kotimi ekoya assessment of yinda no ultimate advice do ya anye careful as a country no ye bemu obia will get away with murder hwe ewa mema meja copy am nya me advice onya time man wa kan kakra but so wo hwe contract ya baby metima kan ayikitu abi a chwase be ya yembo obiasa wase both the executive approval and the parliamentary approval for the Saglem housing project was for the construction of 5,000 housing units at a cost of $200 million. From the documents reviewed, there is no evidence justifying the variation of the scope of the agreement in the first and restated agreement signed by the then minister, Honorable Collins Dauda, which reduced the number of housing units to be constructed from 5,000 to 1,502, even though the price remained
200 million. Wow.
I didn't say.
In the variations were done, but those variations were not justified.
Those were
according to this report.
According to this report. Now, what was saying, since the first and restated agreement witnessed a substantial reduction in the scope of the agreement from 5,000 housing units to 1,502 housing units, the ministry ought to have resubmitted the agreement to Parliament for approval.
And where the opinion of the Attorney General?
Yes.
Okay.
The ministry's failure to resubmit the first and restated agreement to Parliament for approval, therefore, renders the first and restated agreement null and void. The chief director of the ministry, Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, signed the second and restated agreement dated 21st December 2016 with Michelle's Constructora Limited, which changed the terms of the original agreement to the following. New me ye hwehwem kakra mate say Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu ye say Nyakopa afre no.
Oh.
I think say late.
And no chief director of the ministry. Because I remember say many honorable attaching di nkomo was adie no. He said say the chief director then make payment be without his knowledge.
Yes.
You know. E hono de ka say amount for be team fifre wo krom ha, ngofo be dem and all.
And I want to
krono ase na obi nkori ni moko mo bi me team fifre.
Yes.
And Ekosiisen.
That's the question. Okay? Shame. Was say which changed the terms of the original agreement to the following. That's the new terms. The new terms. 1,502 housing units were to be delivered in 3 different stages of completion as follows. First,
of completion
very
as follows. Significant.
Yeah, very significant. 1,024 housing units to be fully constructed. B, 388 housing units to be completed externally. Externally, and only say
inside,
and the last one, 90 housing units to be left at foundation or lintel levels.
Even the restated agreement,
the second restated agreement was it 90 housing units to be left at foundation or lintel levels. It is a contractor now man. Oh, this is calm man so sit down no. Oh, option contractor to foundation. Who better guys we. Open so to foundation man go to lintel level. Yes, so pause we no pe bia ye. Number 2 sika at foundation level. Any lintel levels can be. And you go into disagreement. Any when you me control Attorney General's advice. Any my worry is that Atna watch
it. Madam Gloria Akofo Trust her advice.
Yes.
What steps again did she take?
Okay, so we advise as follows. Since the agreement expired in 2017, there can be no termination of a non-existent agreement
that's true.
As requested by the ministry. The agreement having expired in June 2017, the purported notice of termination by the contractor has no basis in law and is therefore of no effect. The ministry is therefore advised to write formally to the contractor rejecting the purported notice of termination. They come by and they say, "A true baby, no. Now or no constructura for no. They are contractors. They say, I feel there are more agreement no much." Scar might be more than 90%. To the Ahadjane say. Account name Philip Osebunsu account baby a motimida photo sika koto udi e wo so e ye Philip Osebunsu enye midin account name ma ye kotu eska escrow account ne kotu a 200 million kogu mu no na account name no 5,000 ka ho Saglemi house 5,000 housing project was the official account name. Housing project didn't know Saglemi 5,000 housing projects. What am I reducing? I reviewed about 1,502. What happened? And then yeah, and penning for alcohol. Yeah, and to be a number take. There should be there will be decisive on it. And now video be about mountain. As if we say government not the 1 year won't she.
Yeah, but will people not be right, sir? Yes, granted, sir, all these issues not exist. And these are very legitimate issues.
Yes.
A very legitimate because the contract variation should have gone back to Parliament.
Yes.
For Parliament to give up. Because Parliament ma more specific job. Munkosi 5,000 housing units. Sika munfa nkonkosi niye. If there is any reason to vary the contract, because the last time I didn't come, I think some of the reasons about it say some very interesting excuses. It is a reason be or to vary the contract and you go back to Parliament.
Yes.
Granted, say all those were not done. A new government takes over. Governments are voted into power to solve problems. The houses cannot be left to rot. Where the excuse say na amount where the sikan and kofwa you say government should deal with that problem. And when I'm facing government, I hear a bit.
Yeah,
a bit slow.
A bit my akasa, but and yet transfer because nipa kwana one na ye no one ten ho ase woni be bi ho. It's a government that will be sit down government that will be sit down atom.
Yes.
And this muntimi encounter to conclusion say na asem ne tie dia na kwaton dan ba ko a. It is assumed say waji atom. It will be assumed to say
but as litigation be 20 years and then is so pro because you still need more money to fix the house before you sell.
And because Shah was saying it is observed that even though the contractor has constructed only 1,412 housing units, he has been paid a total of 179,904,000 Ghana 4,000 yes.
In the almost
179 million.
In the almost 180 million.
Almost 180
out of
million.
200 million.
Yes, as we see 1,402
instead
of 5,000 housing units. Now, 1,402 a buying so babeton. A buying toss 1,000. It means that the cost per housing unit will more than triple.
Triple, of course.
And yes, I want to me
Enrique.
Now, who will buy that? It will skyrocket. Nobody can afford it. It's problematic. And it say a government take a crowd of bunting. Maybe you can say a band was at no tongue our book. FM. And until your forces war.
I think that question came up during the vetting of I think I said so and a defense minister and so by and so that comment.
So it is still on the table. Say, debate maybe that massive customs so police force the soldiers so.
No, now you find say abina na akwaji sky be see
adan what I say, it will come with extra cost because of course it's a music schools near that in your park.
But my point is say if that decision sounds good now.
Yes.
And then the yen taking in term to save us the cost of investing more money to put the houses in shape. Because from the get-go, from 2017, some of these reports, we knew, sir, there were variations to the contract. Those variations might not be legitimate because I'll go through the legal processes.
Yes.
Say the report, we knew the problem.
Yes.
So why do we sit down and allow the houses to deteriorate to this level?
No, also, decision born ma would take a risk no problem I was wrong. It's immediately say I buying as we try you.
Yeah.
I buy.
Of course, that's the first we see the armed forces, no. And just say omo eye nneoma bi a ensem fata no. Emrani jai won. No.
I don't know me take I said for maybe at this time round. Aban has decided to err on the side of caution.
Yes.
So or the commercial soldier for. Na say they are sending na court. Na you di for krempa. Ghana for bit make I said na aban pese e da na be it would my soldier for.
Yeah.
They utilize no.
Yes.
Say e ka bia ba aban yentua e hwe.
But
you ma didn't see what 10 years.
Yes.
Na see you could di bemwa. I can tell you that after 10 years we are going to spend more than $500 million.
Of course.
More than $500 million to rehabilitate.
And that's why I think even this decision now could have been taken earlier.
While
we deal with
by that time also that you say or pack on for na and it be or more ludunwa. No problem. To me the command matitino. It's I did not air time. A bomb very obnoxious decisions and for it a key but I can Adan yesie in fact one kasa what told them no were 2 kwan just 6 months no be ante with them obaya hwe the musicity oh me makwa ahomako ho no mo and then in fact the quality of construction and kasa no
was
questionable. In fact the integrity of our houses no seriously in doubt. Eti those are bad but better late than never. Yanya ni tentem. Se soldier for I won monkotin dem say dia nyini ye ya kwhwe manso.
Of course. Manso ne dey was say
manso ne say ye twi.
Attach kan nkofo beti.
Oh yes, I say nkofo TV free by for the meantime no. I was akwa two legged issue.
Yeah.
I think
deal with the houses.
Yes, the focus would be on say nkofo beti makota dem. Then Attorney General me just me jinidi. Also to be pay see what way and 10 times to say yenti masa debi enko obi oye yi bia no na see justice delayed no ya na justice denied that because unfortunately me boy large bakudi one were free obeye kidnap witness e wa asemi mu e be busa ne say because only locus e busa say capacity be no wa
na the instructive payment
yes that be one upon a very idea no witness or troy e dey busa say when the man was say kwan no no ka se ebia me na me yeye ana minister no no ka se menye ana se board no ka se menye okay that from obusa but say woni ho
and dead men don't talk.
Yes na so akwa ya se foforo yenkoma na asem no na etwi enti no we should be I was say you said in kaidum bi maye sa asem ba abanya ne fast
deal with the issue
then you because you what officer attorney general attorney general won sidan attorney general won sidan woni akwan ne dia ne say legal issues beba no be hwem no bad advice e frame nkra ben besin ni attorney general bi oba de bia ka say mu ya understand for me tibi man na insult in fact a blot on our conscience say ye pese ye di asam tentem na attorney general officer ohia nkofo mbe ya adwuma no so a oso mu nya nipa na ye pese chese it is we are not serious.
That's true.
It mean person meti sa asem mpo biem steps bia the current attorney general we are branch here so take say look and almost salary company see a double no a quadruple no they should do it for them
to attract some of the
to
best
attract
lawyers
the best because
to the department.
be brave officer of the attorney general just 2 years
building capacity no more
now the CB why reaching no according to private practice etin ads umutimi ye etim do mo on board they have to do it now because crime assessment first assessment be brain you need sharp brains you mo focus you mo take current chrono boase I just na atembia no assembly intimidate you no ntame me pass it
Mate Gordon Asare Bediakon and Amoten ka Gordon me na se
me das papa so you kwane de misrew who said I can ho asem yeah
but me NSA say member of former MP Eba in the as part of your in common we'll touch a bit more on development in the constituency baby Ujaye
yes
and baby, I was a current MP so focus on. And I think number one will be the roads in the constituency.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm told say Otimi lobby ma be 100 kilometers be a baho. But for 100 kilometers, the major contractor in that no waje adwuma go. And when you say waje second 40%.
Really? And I'm told this a kwan nka say the contract from a kwan from Mess and Carrier Kwan.
Yeah.
And I say a manche ho baby. Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's not proper.
Yeah,
in the ebehwe ba owa ha die obeboa yen wo sa kwan so na afi